Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome back. And if you are new, thanks for checking out my channel. Please hit subscribe and stick around. Today I am doing another book pairing video. This is a series that I started a month or probably even 2 months ago, and it's been a lot of fun. I also did a tag with my good friend AJ from AJ Dunn Reads and Writes, and we did the Think Twice book tag, and that's been great watching everyone's answers to the prompts and seeing what you come up with. So thank you so much if you have done the tag. I will leave a playlist of everyone who has already done it. I'm hoping to keep that updated, so let me know if I have somehow missed you on that and I will be sure to add it. Today's pairing is inspired by one of my subscribers, Beth Attwood. In one of my previous videos, Beth suggested this particular pairing, and I think it's a fantastic one. So thanks to Beth for the idea, and I'm very excited to share it with all of you. Because as you know, I also follow the Giller Prize, and a month from now, the winner of the Giller Prize for 2022 will be announced. So it seems appropriate that I'm going to pair the 2021 Giller Prize winner with another fiction novel by a Canadian author. And I'm going to start with this book, What Strange Paradise by Omar Akkad. Omar Akkad is an author and journalist who was born in Egypt. He grew up in Qatar and immigrated to Canada as a teenager, and he currently resides in the United States. So as a journalist, Omar has reported from all over the world, including Afghanistan and Cuba. And his novel, What Strange Paradise, won the Giller Prize last year. It was also a finalist in Canada Reads this year, and it was defended by Akkad. And this is a very well-written novel, and it is the themes that really appealed to me the most. The story is about a boat of refugees from Syria, Egypt, Ethiopia, Palestine, and Lebanon. And the boat capsizes in a storm. Amir, who is the main character, is the only survivor, and he's only 9 years old. And the story is told in alternating times, before and after. And in the before chapters, we learn how and why Amir is in the boat in the first place. In the after chapters, we follow what is happening to Amir after the boat capsizes and how he attempts to survive. And we meet the other main character, Vanna, who attempts to help Amir despite language barriers. And this is also really risky for her. It has serious consequences. So there are many scenes in this novel that really make an impact. There are some beautiful and just heart-wrenching scenes. And there is also a Peter Pan element or story within this story. And to be honest, this was not obvious to me. And I feel like I really missed out on a big part of the story. And it wasn't until I had read the book and then heard Omar in interviews where this was kind of brought to my attention. So unfortunately, it was totally lost on me. And I think that if I were to do a reread, knowing what I know now, that I would enjoy the book even more. So maybe one day I will do a reread and see how that goes. Reading this has also made me want to read Omar Akkad's debut novel. It's called American War, and it was shortlisted for Canada Reads in 2018. And this, in many ways, brings me to the book that I am going to pair with What Strange Paradise. And this next book, like American War, is a debut novel, and it was also shortlisted for Canada Reads in 2018, so they were competing against each other. And that is The Boat People by Sharon Bala. And I know I'm supposed to be pairing this with What Strange Paradise. What these books have in common is that the themes in both novels are very timely. Both are books about refugees, both have survival stories. I don't think I've actually talked about this book on my channel before because I read it a while before I started my channel. And I first became aware of this book when I attended the Fold, the Festival of Literary Diversity, and that was in 2019. And I've talked about this festival many times. It's incredible. And it was at this festival that I had the opportunity to, along with other readers, to meet Sharon Bala and have breakfast with her and hear her talk about this story and her experience of writing it. So this story, like What Strange Paradise, is about a group of refugees, in this case 500 refugees from Sri Lanka, who are on a cargo ship when they arrive on the shores of British Columbia. And the main character in this story is Mahindan, and then there is his 6-year-old son. And Mahindan believes, that now that they have survived this long journey, they've arrived in Canada, that they will be safe, especially after taking all of the risks and making sacrifices to escape the civil war in Sri Lanka. But when they arrive, the group of refugees are thrown into prison. And the speculation from the government and from media is that there are terrorists among the boat people. This story is also told in alternating perspectives. Mahindan's perspective, which is really important, and then there's Priya, who is a lawyer representing the migrants, and also Grace, who will in the end be the one to decide Mahindan's fate. And I like that these other two characters have interesting backstories. They really bring something to the story, and they help to show the complexities of immigrants and refugees. And what I appreciated most in this story was that it really opened my eyes to what refugees and newcomers face when they arrive in a new country, in particular when they arrive in Canada with this story, and when they are seeking asylum. So I even remember, Sharon saying that she learned a lot about the entire process when she was writing and researching for the book. So Canadians, we often talk about how welcoming we are to newcomers, and we are to an extent, but I think this book shows the red tape and the hoops that exist and the barriers that exist even here in Canada that many people have to deal with, and sometimes for years. So if Sharon Bala publishes another book, I'm hoping she does, I would definitely be in line to read it. For both The Boat People and What Strange Paradise, I think that the themes are very timely. Both stories begin similarly with a boat of refugees. The stories give life to real life situations, even though these are both fiction novels. They also both offer hope. The stories feel very real and give a face or faces to the refugee crisis, and they both have heart-wrenching scenes. The writing is really well done in both of them. So if you are interested in stories about refugees and survival stories, then these are both books that I would definitely recommend checking out. Thanks again to Beth for suggesting this pairing. I think it's a brilliant one. Please let me know if you have read either of these books, if you are interested in these books, or if you would recommend a book that is similar to one of these. I'm interested in that as well. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.